I don't know what happened to all of our people, Terry. Oh yeah, Taj just. What's still sore? Oh, yours still sore? Were they? Good. Were you sore? Okay. It should be. I have to say, last Thursday, we'll get started. Last Thursday, the first round we did where we did Superman's, well, I did that same workout with my afternoon class, and I liked it enough. I was like, oh, let's keep it. I thought it was good for both classes. Going backwards now. We did that the first time when I was already shaking. And like, I don't know, all last week was just hamstrings for me. For some reason, my hamstrings were so tired last week. Yeah, and then that class, though, just wrecked me. And so I'm glad to know the earlier class was saying they were pretty sore from it. Figure 8. One person in the earlier class, they asked if we could do back on Thursday. So that's why I designed that workout, because someone had specifically requested doing back. Well, halfway through the workout, I'm like, this is nothing but like a hamstring workout, because everything was in like hip hinge position. Wall angels, so shoulder, elbow, wrist, everything back, just up overhead, back down. That's when you're really like trying to push as far as you can up until your hands reach. Yeah. So imagine if you were standing against the wall and all those things had to keep back, you can't like go as high. So you're just going as high as you can with your hands as far back as they can get. Very good. Now, all we're going to do is basically a hip hinge. So you're going to go down, hinge, brace the core, check with yourself at the bottom, and then come back up. Check with yourself, brace the core, back down, check with yourself, back up. If you need to hold one hand on the tummy, that's just fine. But check with the form at the bottom, check with the form at the top. If you are joining us at home, we have one set of pretty small weights and one size of bigger weights. We're doing a bunch of shoulders and small shoulder circle type stuff, and then we're doing some overhead press style movements that'll be bigger weights. Next one you're gonna do is just a resisted curl. So kind of resist yourself on the way up, resist yourself on the way down, resist yourself on the way up, resist yourself on the way down. Flip that palm over. There it is, yeah. The palms are always touching. I learned today in manufacturing about the line of the future. Yeah, it's more of like people aren't placing components. People are running the machines like SMT, basically. I learned about this. I feel like I might have heard the term before, but I really hadn't. And so then I was in EA, and they got to show me what it was somewhat what it was going to look like if the baby steps were taken to get there. It's all new information. What did you learn today, Tasha? Yeah. Arms out wide. Little small circles. Still a lot of day. Haven't learned anything yet. Going backwards. You didn't learn anything about SEL management. You didn't learn anything about a coworker. You're training in a new spot and you haven't learned anything, Tasha. Where are you training? Oh. And the last movement. Hands right up against you, palms facing forward, pushing out. Oh, like if it's a rush order type of thing? How much time? By like number 5, you should have been like, well, how much time has been wasted by you asking me questions? No. Or like give it, just look up some like a random unit of time. Like it's in this many, yeah, like nanoseconds or something. You're like 6,294,362,012. And they're like, what is that? Microseconds. Nice. And now it went on to shipping, where they're like, how much longer till that label print? How much longer? That's good though, that like when there is something that is a rush or emergency, that it's like, I feel like a lot of times you are dealing with companies that they'll, oh yeah, we'll get that out as soon as we can, and it's just another thing for them, and they just like charge you extra shipping or something, whereas it might be a little obnoxious for a day for people to be like watching you, but at the same time, it is nice that it's like, no, from the time you placed that order and we got it processed, we watched it the entire way as quick as we could. Okay, today we're doing front raise, so just straight up in front of you, back down, going just to about the height of your shoulders. There you go. And then we have front circles, so circles out to in or in to out or out to in, I don't care which way you do it. And then T circles. So we're just out in a T, and everything should basically be at the same height, okay? So everything's just right straight out in front. Then we have our bigger weights. We have a standard overhead press, so elbows just forward of straight out to our side. Press up, overhead, back down, press up, go back down. And then we have the Arnold press, so palms towards you, pressing up, twisting a little bit just to open up your shoulders, and then back down. Pressing up, rotate. And then the last one we have, I'll probably drop one of my two weights, and it's just a tricep extension. So elbows by the ears, down, extend up, down, extend up. Questions, comments, concerns? Sweet. Feeling extra strong after the demonstration? I believe in you. I think you can too.
Well, there's a will, there's a way, kind of beautiful.
We will do 3 rounds, 30 seconds each move today. On your mark, grab your lighter weights, get set, and go. Front raise. Why are you training in a new area? Is that a new role, a new job, or is that just a cross training? What'd you learn about coordinating? Like what is... Okay, so it's coordinating of components. Okay. Now arms straight out, circles. I thought it was gonna be like coordinating people. Oh, so it encompasses everything. So is there like a title change with that or anything, or is it just like another duty? Oh, okay. Arms out to the side. So you'll cross train in it, and then somebody else will learn too. Okay. Very good. Grab your big weights.
We are one of a kind, irreplaceable. How did I get so blind and so cynical? If there's love in this life, we're unstoppable. No, we can't be.
I wonder if we'll ever have robots that like can not kit for you, but like I know one of the things right now, go ahead into that Arnold press, palms facing you. I know one of the things Cobot's like you have to kind of stock it with parts so it can then work. I don't know if that's true for all of them, but I know it is for some. I wonder if we'll ever have robots that stock the robots. If that makes sense. That basically sounds like what you're saying. It's like, I'm okay doing my job. I just want a robot to stock my job for me. Drop one of them. Well, and that's the thing to me about cobots that would be very encouraging is the fact that you can just have, like the same way injection molding can set up a machine to run all night. Like you could, there's 8 to 10 hours of a day that you don't have to worry about. And done. EA. And I didn't actually look at their cobot. It was. Okay. I've seen the one that they use in Lake Zurich. I would like to. I should just stop by your area and be like, hey, show me. But yeah, like the one in Lake Zurich when I saw it, like they had just put it in, and it was kind of boring. Like it was just, it was like stamping stuff. I forget what it was. And now legacy line stuff is a lot different, anyways. Like I don't know how much a cobot can really do for a lot of their components because it's like hand soldering and potting and stuff. So like it was just stamping like housings. But. So I'm sure there are limitations to it, right? Oh. If you actually want to set one of those up, we have a program that I run. Yeah, I have printouts and everything. If that's ever something that you're interested in. That's why I'm working with EA, is we're developing one for them specifically. Yeah, so if that's ever something that you're interested in, I can definitely. Here we go. Small weights. On your mark. Get set and go. Yeah, so if there's ever a time that you're like, hey, I actually would like to have some of these resources just hanging around, I can definitely get that set up for you. On the way down, slow the weight down. Don't just let it jerk on your arm. Yeah, and different groups do it differently. Like some groups, they do it as a group, like after a stand-up. Some groups just say, hey, do it individually. What we started finding is like the groups, we're trying to create like smaller versions so that way it can be at each workstation. Now front circles, because like we've had just 8.5 by 11 pieces of paper, which are good, but and like those work best for leading as a group. But when someone says, hey, I'm just in between two products and that thing felt really good, they don't want to like go to their safety board to find it, right? Very good. T-circles. So we've tried it with one line in 2440 and it's worked really well. And they just have like, they put a lot of stuff on their monitors, and so we just Velcroed them to their monitors. Some groups like magnet, whatever, doesn't matter. No, not on a monitor. But like they'll magnet it on like a filing cabinet or something. Overhead press, grab those big weights. So we practice bracing the core in our warm-ups. This is where it really comes in handy. Keep that core braced. You can't put a cannon in a canoe. So if your lower body and core is like a canoe, you can't load it with weight. So you gotta have it nice and stable so then you can load it with weight. Taja just learned something new. Can't put a cannon in a canoe. We're getting there. Arnold press. Palms towards you. Pushing. And rotate at the top.
every argument, every word we can't
Make sure that first move is up, not out.
I think that we both know the way that the story
There you go, Taja. Nice.
then only for a minute. I want to change my mind, 'cause this just don't
Good.
feel
Now grab just small, one weight.
I wanna raise your spirit.
Elbows by the ears.
Want to see you smile, but no, that means I'll have to leave.
Yeah, so I haven't seen the cobots when they're like actually assembling stuff. I'd be interested to see that.
I want you to be happier. I want you to be happier.
And you're done.
When the evening falls and I'm left there with my thoughts.
If you're at home,
And the image
we have
of
one
you
more
being
round.
someone else was
Feel
the
free
teaching me
to
of
go a little bit faster.
But we ran our
Grab a bigger
course.
weight if you have it.
Pretended we
Whatever
were
you want to do to
okay.
push yourself,
Now
feel
if we
free to
jump
push yourself in
together,
this
at
last
least we
round.
can swim far away from the wreck we made.
I'm going to stay right where I am and consider that pushing myself. Because it's pushing me.
This just don't feel right to me. I wanna raise your spirit.
I like having a meeting to have a meeting kind of thing. Yeah, like if I have to move it once just so you can pick it up in 10 minutes.
No, that means I'll have to leave. Lately, I've been thinking.
That to me
I want you to be
would be the hardest part of manufacturing on the scale that we do. It's the same thing as like running a corporation on the scale that we do. Is like there's a reason we did something, and it made things better at the time. Well, then it changes and it changes and it changes, and then all of a sudden you go back 2 years later, you're like, wait, why does this group do this? And you have to like get rid of everything everybody's done for 2 years. And it's not necessarily that what everybody did was wrong, it's just that things have changed. And so it doesn't make sense for our product or for our line, whatever. And so it'd be hard in my mind to like not let things just grow to where they're disorganized. Or you have a whole bunch of meetings to have a meeting to have a meeting, or moving stuff to move stuff. That to me would be the hardest challenge. Because a small company, you visually see it every single day. So you're like, okay, that's not efficient. Why are we doing that? Whereas as a bigger company, you don't necessarily always see it. Framework, get set, and go. Front raises. Even since I've been in Lewiston when they built this building, like how much the Lewiston floor has grown. It's amazing. Like you walk in, I used to be able to see everything. And now you walk in and it's like, if you were a supervisor, you physically have to go to your people, which isn't a bad thing. But otherwise, you used to be able to basically stand on the side and see what all was going on. Which is where you can see, if this was a smaller company or it always stayed like that, it's much easier to see those inefficiencies. Front circles. Yeah, that was a big thing. Like, I don't know when that all changed, but I know that that was a big thing, like that you still hear them talk about. No, out to the side. And it's interesting because like they'll like push supervisors off. Like I haven't seen it where they move supervisors behind walls, but they'll like move all their cubicles to the corner, and then they'll move the supervisors back out. But it's kind of like, okay, we got to figure out the floor, and then we'll figure out where supervisors are going to sit sometimes. Very good. And I know our factories are designed like that, but the amount they change is amazing to me. Like our factories function like a living organism sometimes, where 1 week to the next they don't work the same. Overhead.
Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around.
Very good. Now bring it over to the Arnold press, palms towards you. Remember, first move is up, not out. The weights are getting heavy over here, Taja. The weights are getting heavy over here. How are the shoulders? How are the shoulders feeling, everybody? Tired? Good. Now drop one of your weights. Last move here. And you're done. Very good. Struggling. No. Yeah, yes. We're doing stretches. Sorry. I thought you were about to ask, are we doing more? So, we're going to start with just some arm swings. Just nice and gentle. Taja, what'd you end up doing this weekend? Hands up, just holding. So, start over again? Oh, okay. Like you get together on the weekend to do a craft? Yeah. And you just stretching across. What's Mama Joe? Open up. It sounds like, and it's like, so it's a drink. It sounds like a hot cider where like people like float berries and stuff in it, but it sounds like the earthier version. I wonder if there's a drink you can make with like mushrooms and stuff. I've never thought about making it with bark and things. Okay. Yeah. Nobody else wants them. Now, same little curl thing, just self-resisted. All I can think about is Ice Age, when you talk about dandelions and eating them, and like the rhinos in the very first Ice Age at the very beginning, they are like excited that there's a dandelion because it's like the last of them. They thought that the frost had wiped them all out, and then Sid the sloth comes but Sid the sloth comes by and eats the dandelion. Ends up being chased by the rhino. In what way are they beneficial? Okay. Because like for like a yard, everybody always says they're a weed, but from like the flora and faunas, so a lot of people consider them like they don't like them. She's gonna become a dandelion farmer. Forget about her vegetables and fruits. Yeah, when they start blowing in the wind, it's like, where are all these pink dandelions? That is all I have for you. I'll see you all Thursday. If you're tuned in from home, thank you for joining us. We'll have another video up in 2 days. Thank you.